Hello, welcome back to another video tutorial. Today we're going to be setting up an e-commerce website here with Forestry Jamcart and then hosting it on low-code unit. As always, you can find the links to the tutorial in the description. I'm going to pull up the example of the finished product here. You see we got a full products page. You can click into each product, add it to your cart, and then a functioning cart. The best part about this is you don't even need a technical background to do it. So a few of the tools we're going to be using are Eleventy, a static site generator, Forestry, a content management system, and Jamcart to manage all the cart functionality. You'll also need a GitHub account for version management, and we're going to be hosting the site on a low-code unit. So to start off, we need a new empty GitHub repository, and then we need to open up Visual Studio Code and pull that repository down. There's a couple ways to clone the repository, but we're just going to click this Clone a Repository button and enter the URL of our repo. Got to select where we want to keep it, and then that should be it. When that's cloned, you'll see we have an empty project. So we open up a new terminal and enter these two commands you see on the screen. The next step in our project is to create a file in the root of our directory called .gitignore. If you go over to the sidebar here, you can just click the Add a New File button, and once that's created, it'll come up. Then if you open the web page for this tutorial, you'll see the content we need to add to the file. We can just click the copy button on it, and then paste that in our file. To finish off this step, we need to push our changes up to GitHub. You'll see this little icon, 3 down on the left sidebar. That's the source control icon. Once in there, you can click these 3 little dots up top, and then we need to commit all, add a little message for that commit, and then after that, we'll push. If your Visual Studio account is connected to your GitHub, it should just push it up automatically. If not, you might have to enter in some credentials. To make sure it worked, pull up your GitHub repository and make sure the files we made are in there. Now we're ready to set up Forestry. We're going to go to forestry.io and create an account. Once we're in the dashboard, we can click Add Site. We're going to select Eleventy as our static site generator. And then as our Git provider, we'll choose GitHub. It may have you enter your GitHub credentials, and then you'll choose your repository that we created earlier from this dropdown. Once Forestry is connected to your GitHub account, it'll take you to this welcome page. We can then click on the Front Matter button on the left side, and then we're going to be creating a template for our product. So we click Add Template. We're going to be using the blank template. And inside here, we're going to want the fields and big content area selection. We also need to give it a name, so we're going to call ours Product. Inside this template, we need to add our fields. So this would be like our price, the image, the title, the description. So we click Add Field. Then there's a bunch of different options. We're going to use a text field and call it our name. We're then going to repeat this process for all the fields we want. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to fast forward here and show you all the fields I ended up with. I think this is a good starting point for a store, but you can customize this as you see fit. Once you've got your template set up, we need to set up the sidebar. In the left-hand column here, you can see the settings button. We click on that. We go into the sidebar settings. Click Add Section. We're going to want a directory. We'll title it Products. The content directory we want is src/products. We want to file match all the markdown files and select our products template at the bottom here. Then we can click Save. And make sure you click Save one more time on this page. and then you'll see products in the sidebar to the left here. Add all the new products to your store. We can just create a new one here. I'm going to be creating a store full of IoT devices and small boards. So we'll do one for the Raspberry Pi Model B. Give it a quick description, give it a price, and an image. The coolest thing about Forestry is all these changes, as soon as you save them, they're going to show up on GitHub. And then we can just pull them down to our local. We're going to be finishing this video here, so add some more products to your store. And in the next video, we're going to be finishing up the setup.